Where I am now, better than before. Through those open doors, where I am now, where I am now, I'm in a special place, a tender warm embrace, where I am now.
It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live in WGPL 1350 studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page, and you can see us live right here in WGPL 1350 studio. And if you want to hear us all over the world, all you have to do is go www.christianbroadcastingcompany.com or FYI or 1400 AM or 1350 AM. And guess what? You can hear us all over the world. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors, our WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace, 95.3 FM and WPCE 1400 AM.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Let's also welcome LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll shout you out later on in the show.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. We promise we'll shout you out later on in the show.
Yeah, you get a shout out.
Mr. E, we're past the weekend. I hope you had a good one.
I had a wonderful weekend. Oh, what a beautiful weekend. A rest and RR related, rest and relaxation.
Absolutely.
I had so much rest, I didn't even know what to do.
I had a wonderful time. Crystal Community Development Corporation was at the Harlem Globetrotters. We had the young men and women achieving success, friends, and everything. Mr. E there with his grandkids. It was a lot of fun, 21 folk all together. And we just had a wonderful, wonderful time. They hadn't been here for a minute.
That's right.
And we were used to bringing the young men achieving success there.
That's right.
But we got a chance to do it again. And then we included the young women, and they really, really enjoyed themselves.
I mean, the Harlem Globetrotters. If you ever get a chance to go by and see the Harlem Globetrotter, what a great thing to do. You know, every year they come up with something new, new, and some of their hometowns that they go in, their sponsor, they put more promotion on somebody who was in the hometown that did a wonderful job.
Absolutely. It was absolutely fun. And so, yeah, the weekend was great. Got a chance to relax and chill and just learn a lot of great things. One thing I found out about myself, I like learning, and I take the time to, go online and make sure I'm getting something positive in me, even when I'm not doing a lot of work.
That's right. And we had a wonderful service on Sunday. Great service. I mean, I'm still in the teaching mode. And, hey, what a great service.
That is marvelous. Now it's Monday, but we have our current job list Mr. E, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready with the current job listing. If you need a job, or if you know someone that needs a job, all you need to do is get your pen and a piece of paper, and then you can look them up after we finish. And they on our website, on the line, on my page, on the sentence page, so you can go and get it. So get your pen and piece of paper. Just remember that Lowe's, Harry Teeter's, Federal Express, Home Depot, Ford Motor Company, and much, much more are doing some hiring if you're looking for a job. The Children's Center and TCC, speech language pathologist, they're looking for an account management, a site supervisor, and a pre-K teacher.
Suffolk Public Library, they need a librarian, community learning, full-time. Also HRCAP, WIFD housing program, support specialist is needed, a program coordinator, and senior accountant, along with a service delivery coach. Ooh, they got a whole lot. Lead fleet services specialist needed, child care specialist needed, human resources manager needed.
Food Bank of Southeastern Virginia looking for a capital campaign manager, and the City of Virginia Beach Cultural Fair looking for a special project coordinator.
Bay Aging, weatherization technician is needed, a crew leader, options counselor, VDC, a counselor assistant, veteran directed care. Oh boy, what a lot of jobs.
And the Suffolk Library is looking for administrative services supervisor full-time, and the United Jewish Federation looking for an accounts associate.
The Salvation Army, regional plan giving director, that's in the Richmond area. They are the Norfolk Public Library Youth Services. They need a contractual program provider.
And the Health and Emergency Response Homeless, HER, is looking for an aftercare coordinator, and for kids, temporarily job for after-school assistant in Chesapeake.
Children's Harbor, they need a lead teacher and an assistant teacher.
And the YMC Southampton Road looking for residential service assistant, RSH, a director of human resources, a crisis service specialist, counselor one part-time, clinical manager.
Okay, Norfolk Suffolk Library, they need a library services coordinator, location services full-time, and North Suffolk Library, they need a library associate.
Well, them are your jobs. All you had to do is go down and get a job.
Get a job. They're already posted. Yolanda Hinton's page, Edward Everett's personal page, FYI Radio Show page, IFYI page, LinkedIn. Just go up there and get you a job.
That's right. Don't forget the Home Depot. Don't forget the Federal Express, United Postal Service, Amazon Prime. All of those delivering carriers are looking for warehouse. Well, if you can't leave out of the house, at least you can get your computer and go to Prime, Amazon, and work from your home. Miss Hinton, did you not know that there are doctors that need some assistance in billing, and they are training also? So you can go into the medical field and get trained to work from home.
Absolutely. Mr. E, it is Monday's Sports Talk. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if you are excited. I want to know if you all out there are excited, but we've been covering the NCAA. We've also been covering the NBA and the WNBA. You know, this is Women's History Month, and we've been highlighting ladies, all kind of occupations. And so we've covered some of the WNBA, but today we're going to do the NCAA, where everything is, who's playing, who's won, NBA. Who played this weekend, and what team did Mr. E follow?
Miss Hinton, let me tell you about it. You want to go to the NCAA, or would you like to go with the NBA?
Let's go with NBA, and the reason I say that because I wanted to first mention LeBron James being back. What you think about it, and how did he play?
Overrated.
Oh,
He's overrated. LeBron James is
Are you
overrated. I'm
serious?
serious that he is overrated.
Well, he's back.
Overrated. He got the boot off his leg, and
Yes.
we'll welcome back, LeBron, welcome back.
LeBron's was injured, and he took time off to get healed and all the stuff that he needed to make a comeback.
Overrated.
So he's back, and I hope you all are excited about it. But we have some scores, and Mr. E followed some of the games this weekend. And I want to say good morning to Sheila Roberts. She's popped on. And all you all, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your support. So, Mr. E, what you got for us this Monday?
Miss Hinton, in the NBA, I learned that there's a lot of folks that don't like basketball, that likes basketball until it get down to the wire.
But, do you think people really choose their team like they used to back in the day?
Not basketball, but I know if you say something about football, you're going to have trouble in the city.
Even at the Globetrotter game, they were talking about football. I could believe it.
Played football, too.
Played the football right
game.
there.
Yeah.
But
and did it in slow motion.
That was fun.
Listen, on Sunday, yesterday game, we're going to start with them. Or would you like to start with Friday game?
Go ahead. Tell us the tea.
That's right. On Friday, from March 24th, we had the Hornets beat the Mavericks 117-109. The Bucks beat the Jazz, Utah Jazz, 144-116. That's on Friday. And the Phoenix Suns, they lost to the Kings, 135-127. And then the Thunders, they lost to the Lakers without LeBron James. That was on the 24th on Friday, 116-111. And then when we got to Saturday's event, the Pacers lost to the Hawks, 143-130, and the Miami Heat lost to the New York Nets, 129. That's the Brooklyn Nets, 129-100, and the Bucks lost to the Nuggets, and the Utah Jazz, they lost to the Kings, and the 76ers lost to the Phoenix Suns, and the Pelicans, the New Orleans Pelicans, they beat the Clippers 131-110.
Let's stop right there, because that's one of Mr. E's teams that he's following.
That's right, Zion.
The Pelicans. Okay, that's why you like the Pelicans.
I like the Pelicans because of Zion, but guess what? Zion didn't play.
Oh,
yeah.
Look, I want to say good morning to George Yvonne. Look, this is a basketball pro. He played basketball in school, high school, and everything. George, how are you doing? We call him Randy, but I'm glad to see him up there, and love to the family. But George, who is your team? Who are you rooting for in the NBA or the NCAA? I want to know. I'm very curious. Now, like I said, Mr. E, how do you feel about your team, the Pelicans, that you're following this season, beating
the Clippers?
The Clippers.
I'm so happy just to hear the Pelicans' name again. A lot of people in basketball, if you're not with one of them overrated teams, with the superstars all over the court, if AD had stayed with, that's Anthony Davis, had stayed with the Pelicans, then he would get some highlights. But now he moved on and went to the Lakers, and he's still not getting no highlights because LeBron is back. AD takes second seat, with the Lakers.
But Mr. E, the Clippers are our favorite team as well.
Let's tell it like it is. The Clippers are our favorite team, but they lost to the New Orleans. See, the New Orleans Clippers, the New Orleans Pelicans are rated number 9.
Really?
In the basketball, in the basketball camp, and the Lakers. The Warriors are number 6, and the Lakers are number 1. Now, the Clippers, they didn't say anything about the Clippers.
Stop. Mr. E, you just said that the Lakers are number what now?
Number 2.
Number 2.
3.
Now, why in the world earlier did you say they were overrated?
Well, see, because it's you got too many superstars up there.
That's what you have to have. That's what draws the people.
But see, there are not. If they were superstars, and they would have won like crazy last year, but the Golden State Warriors.
You're right.
You see, when you start stacking the deck, let me put it out there like that. when you started trying to buy a team, make a team, and last year they had AD, they had LeBron, they had another player that from the that was supposed to be a number uno player. So they had stacked the deck, and they still lost.
Oh my goodness!
KD went to. He's traded now. Harder. He's still playing with 76ers, and they don't have that stacked deck team anymore. You have Kyrie. He's not there anymore. He done jumped ship and went to the Mavericks. He want to play with the big old Shakowski fella. Because they want to ring. All these superstars that I just named, all they want to do is win.
Well, they're doing good. The Lakers, I'm going to be following them and what they're doing. I mean, so far so good. Last season now, didn't do so good. But look, speaking of Mavericks, the Mavericks played the Hornets and lost to them 104-110.
That's right.
And the Bulls. Oh my goodness.
And when you look at the Bulls, that was on Sunday. The Bulls beat the Lakers.
Absolutely.
I mean, beat the Lakers 118-108 by 10 points. And then the Spurs came around and lost to the Boston Celtics. Yeah.
Now, what is their season like so far, the Celtics?
The Celtics are doing real good. I like this. I like Boston, how they're doing. They're doing real good. So the Celtics are up and popping.
When I think of those teams, and I'm following the Bulls this season, the Lakers. There's another, and I don't think I picked. What you call the one that you just mentioned?
The 76ers.
No, you're the ones.
The Celtics.
Okay, this is what I chose. I chose the Bulls, the Lakers, and where are our friends? The ones that won last year.
The Warriors.
In the final. There you go.
The Golden State Warriors.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Everybody wants the Golden State Warriors. I want to let you know that the Golden States are doing wonderful. The Wizards the Raptors beat the Wizards 114-104, and the Cavaliers. That's where LeBron came from. He had rings over the Cavaliers. He went to this place. He went to that place, and the Cavaliers won 108, beat the Houston Rockets to 91, and then the Magic, they beat the Brooklyn Nets 119-106, and the Grizzlies,
yes,
they won 123-119 to the Hawks, and the Thunders, they beat the Trailblazers to 118-112.
Wow.
And then there's a host of scores on the Backman Center. I know you're trying to find out, what did the Warriors do?
Absolutely.
Well, the Golden State Warriors, they beat the 76ers on Friday of the 24th, 120-112.
Well, didn't the 76ers have a good season last year as well?
The 76ers had a good season, because Dr. J came from the 76ers. Yes. So, they had Hardy that was on the 76ers team last year. So they had a good squad.
Absolutely. And so we have more. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so we have the Bulls and the Trailblazers, 124-96.
That's right.
The Suns. How do you think the Suns are going to do this season?
Well, Suns go. I'm counting them out. I'm counting the
already.
Phoenix. Yeah, I'm counting them
Wait
out.
a minute. How come?
I mean, because the Suns. That boy runs so fast. They got one guy that plays with the Suns that he used to play with the Lakers. They got rid of him because he's so fast. He run right past the basket with the ball.
Oh my goodness. Who else do we have?
Then we got the Magic, and we got a host of other teams. That's Friday game, but all of yesterday's games we have mentioned all of them.
Absolutely, a lot of games, and eventually we're going to come to what's going to happen, Mr. E. After this week, we still have a whole bunch of games to be played. But then they're going to finally come to the Final Four.
That's
right. Tell us a little bit about that.
They're going to come to the tournament time.
Yes.
Then they're going to start getting in tournament teams in their division, in their where they're from, the East, the West, the North, and the South. They're gonna start
That's going to be
narrowing down
good.
for the best, and then when they narrow it down, just like they do in the NCAA, when they narrow it down, then you would find out who's the best in the West, or the
Yes.
East, or the North, or the South.
It seems like basketball goes by fast, but what happens is it overlaps the NFL, and so while you still got your eyeballs at looking at the NFL, they've already started the season
That's
of
right.
basketball.
That's right. They started in the background, and so one of the things I like about the NBA is I can pick and choose whatever team that night that's playing, and it's not like you're real dedicated to the cause because don't too many people want to talk about basketball.
I don't like that. I feel like, because it is such a good game. And then, like you were talking about, having its celebrities and its stars, it's really appealing. Then you have a good fan base and everything. And to me, it's the right time of the season as well. It seemed like people would really have a team.
That's right. And the reason why I'm getting out of basketball because nobody's playing fundamental basketball anymore.
Why do you say that?
All of that when you got a 7-foot guard shooting from half court.
Okay.
There's no more banging in the bucket. There's no more finesse underneath the bucket. It's all 3-pointers, all running guns. It's all shooting from the outside. But there is nobody playing on the inside. The inside is just lost back there, But basketball, to me, has to have a basic fundamental where they can show some of the young people that comes around that this is a forward position. This is a center's job. This is how the guards operate. Now you got guards and you got forwards and you got centers shooting from the 3-point range.
But you said that about the NFL, how it's changing and they're playing sports differently. Maybe it is just time for a change. And what they were doing way back in old school, doesn't apply. It's the rules are a little bit different. And, like you said, people are playing. Now, tell me what would be their motivation for shooting like that? I mean, do you think everybody just want their own little space to do their own little thing? Is it a team sport anymore?
Not shooting from the free throw line, field of 3-pointers. It's every individual trying to break records.
Okay.
What they're doing is trying to break
that's a good,
records.
say that again. That's right.
It's every team.
They got to get their numbers.
They're getting their numbers, who's in first place. Because when you look at all of the things that they're doing, slam dunking, when you look at 3-points, when you look at field goals, when you look at short range, you see that everybody trying to break somebody's record for shooting the most free throws. Or shooting the most 3-pointers, so everybody's shooting at the long range. I remember, as a day when I was playing, I did not try to shoot from half court. I look like I missed the bucket every time.
But you know what, Mr. E, it must be strategic because if you have the numbers, if you're making the scores, you can go to the table and demand big money.
Miss, and that is true. But guess what? When you can't continue to do what you're supposed to do, you look what the Dallas Cowboys did. They just got rid of Ezekiel. And Zeke don't know whether or not he's going to Cincinnati or New York Giants. So that's football. So that money that he was making, he done got majority of it. Now he's got to go and prove himself to either Cincinnati Bengals or to the New York Jets.
Like you said, prove yourself.
You got to prove yourself.
You got to have the numbers. You got to be playing ball. They're offering big time money, and they want their money's worth.
Just like the guy who just came off the knee injury, he won a Super Bowl ring, and everybody loved him. I think your grandson, fell in love with him, and now he's got to prove himself that he can still go out and do what he said he can do, and he's only trying to say, okay, fine, I got the paperwork. I got credentials, and I don't need to go out and prove myself. I got it on paper. So, hey, look, give me what I want.
Well, Mr. E, is so much money in it now. When people, these teams are offering all this money, they want you to be out there playing ball
That's right. See,
and winning.
it doesn't make a difference out there whether or not you win, lose, or draw. Long as you make your numbers in shooting what you say you can do. If you can shoot 3-pointers, shoot the 3-pointers. Kevin Durant, he stopped playing with the Brooklyn Nets. Because you had too many superstars. You hear him, Kyrie was on the same team, and they wasn't winning. They wasn't winning. They were just running up and down the court. So Kyrie went to another team, and James Harden went to another team, and Kevin Durant went to another team, and also the guy, I forgot his name. I see him right now. He left from the Lakers and went to the Phoenix Suns.
Well, I tell you what, it's been a great season so far.
Magic Johnson came down to him and said, "You got to do something."
I know, that was quite funny, and he needed to, because
right.
they were in a mess on last season. It didn't go well for them at all. But let's go to the NCAA and talk about the men.
You know, Miss Hinton, when we went to the NCAA and started that bracket off early part of March, when we went down to the NCAA, now we down to the wire, the Final Four. Amazing. And so we got it to the point now that here's going to be at the Final Four. You got San Diego, who beat Creighton yesterday, 57-56, and then you got FAU, who beat Kansas City State.
Wow!
Now they're gonna be there. San Diego State and also FAU gonna be there, and Miami beat the Tennessee Texas.
I heard that was a good game.
What a wonderful game, and the score was 81-88.
Amazing.
And so it was a wonderful game. Miami came back from the background. There was the whole game. They was trailing. They was trailing the whole game, and they came back. And guess what? They boxed in Tennessee, Texas, and the final score was 88-81 Miami. Then UConn came out there and beat Gonzalez.
Yeah.
I was thinking that Gonzalez going to take over, but when UConn came out there, they wasn't taking no hostages, so they beat them 62-54. Beat Gonzalez. So you're gonna have in the Final Four. Absolutely. Now you're gonna have Miami against UConn, San Diego State against FAU, and then you'll find out who is the best team.
The Final Four takes place, the national championship in Houston, Texas, April the 3rd.
That's
CBS
right.
is going to highlight it. And so I hope you all are going to look at it. We're going to see what's going to happen. It seems like the NCAA has been going on for the longest time, too.
That's right. That's that March Madness. When March comes in, not only do they celebrate the Women's Month, but they celebrate March Madness with the NCAA. You know, Miss Hinton, when they got ready to play 2023 Women's NCAA, we want to take our hats off to these teams here, South Carolina and Maryland, which plays tonight, and Virginia Tech and Ohio State.
Virginia Tech is still in the running.
Tech is still the women.
The women. That's what I'm talking about.
They're still in the running. LSU beat Miami, Florida women 54-42. And Louisville lost to Iowa at 83-97. Amazing. The girl shot that 3-pointer for Iowa and did like this. I can't hear you all.
Such good games. Look, the Final Four for the women, the national championship, is in Dallas, Texas. That's on April the 2nd.
That's right.
Hope you all look.
Now, you don't want to miss. It's some good basketball playing out there, especially in the NCAA, men and women. And then we're going to get down to the final of the NBA, And then I can't wait. And then it's going to turn around. It's going to be football again.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, and they already making trades and setting up everything for football.
But Mr. E, we got to follow some baseball a little bit now. We got to do a little bit of that.
I know that's right. We got to follow some baseball. We got to do baseball is doing wonderful. It's, it's not being in this season right now. Everybody's undercover, just like hockey and when they
Yes.
playing what you call that, soccer. Soccer is a
Oh,
great team too.
that's a great sport as well. I've gone to a professional hockey game. I really
Okay.
enjoyed it. So yeah, we do have to cover more. We know we are into the NBA and the NCAA and everything else, but we're going to be covering sports across the board. But anyway, it's good to be here on a Monday morning. You all come over here for a little while, and I tell you what, join us this evening,
That's right.
6 p.m. on social media platforms for FY After Dark. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. Don't forget to join us on FYI After Dark from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. That's every Monday night. And don't forget to join us on Wednesday. Our special guest will be none other than Senator Lionel Sproul. If you'd like to be a special guest or sponsor of the most talked about radio show, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861, or you can go to FYI Radio Show live at gmail.com and inbox us, or go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page. And thank you so very, very much for joining us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on WGPL 1350 from 9:30 to 10. And have a wonderful Monday.
Yay! Mr. E, I appreciate you because you bring that energy not only to the NFL, but also to the NBA. It's really good, and even though we don't have a lot of people that, are shouting out their team in the NBA, we still have, that good feeling about the sport, who's playing the teams, and getting down to the finals. So you cover it well. Thank you.
I want to say thank you so much, Miss Hinton. It's a wonderful weekend that I had doing nothing but R&R. Rest, and more rest. And the climate is changing, the weather is changing, so my nose is trying to run.
Oh my goodness, yes. My goodness.
So I want to say good morning to Miss Sheila Robbins and good morning to those who have joined us. Thank you so very, very much.
Yes, Randy is up here with us. I asked Randy to tell me what his team. I know he has a basketball team. I know it. But people are enjoying the sport. We're following the celebrities and Mr. E says some of the major teams are overrated. I just love, just love the Mr. E, the teams like the Lakers and the
overrated
Bulls and the Celtics and
overrated.
Because these are our heroes from the past.
Well, when you look at the past, Miss Hinton, like the Lakers, the only person they have up there that's carrying the whole team is who?
I understand.
LeBron James.
I understand.
But when you look at the team in the days of old, you can see Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
so many.
You can see Magic Johnson, Wilt the Still. You can see all those folk back in the days of old playing basic fundamental basketball. A lot of people want to follow behind those boys in the days of old because of their position. Who didn't want to be a guard to see like Magic Johnson?
Wow.
Who didn't want to be a guard like Michael Jordan? So these was the was the superstar. But now when you look at the basketball team now, you cannot pick. And you like basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 5 good names that folks would love to follow now.
I mean, Miss, your boy from the Warriors. They love
them
him.
They love Doherty, and they love Davon Green, and they love
what's his name?
I know who you're talking about.
The star.
They love him because he has set the trend. He's a guard. and
Yeah.
he's playing. That's where God's play outside.
Yeah.
See, and Davon Green is a center. And guess where Davon Green plays at?
Hmm.
In the bucket, under the bucket. He's
Like
another
you like, yeah.
he's another Dennis Rodman. I mean,
Wow.
he caused more havoc underneath the bucket than anything. That's
What
where
about
Dennis.
our superstar, Stephen Curry now?
Well, Stephen Curry, he's a guard.
We
He's an
love him.
outside shooter. Him and his buddy, they're outside shooters. So and Pope, they're outside shooters. Those are guards. These are they are not 7 feet guards. They're little guards. You know,
That is not nice.
you got 7-foot guards out there. Good morning, Mr. Mark Howard.
Oh, wow. Good morning, Mark. And I tell you what, it's been great. I know Mark has been looking at a lot of the games. Mark, who did you look at last night? Because he posted it. I forgot who the teams were. But he's been following basketball very closely. And I don't know if he has a team, but Mark, if you do, let us know who is your favorite.
And when we talk about overrated basketball teams, when you talk about basketball and football teams, I just hope this what don't happen to sports.
What?
That money gets in the way of talent.
I think it's already in there.
So it depends who's running it. It depends who they talking about. When you look at Tom Brady, he's going home now to sit down. When you look at
really finally, this is
finally it. Tom Brady is going home and he's going to sit down. And when you look at people like Okosinko, when you look at them folk, they going home and they going to sit down.
Him too.
They going Okosinko that's going home. And he's going to sit down, and he's not coming back out to play.
But they've been out there for the longest time.
That's right.
They made all the money in the whole wide
They
world.
made the money, so they need to sit down.
Yeah.
When you look at these basketball players now, and it's all about the Benjamin. When you look at the football team, look at Ezekiel. And I'm picking on Ezekiel because he's a Dallas Cowboy. Mm-hmm. He was making $10 million.
Wow. But this is the thing, Mr. E. You can't demand it unless you have the talent.
You got to have the talent. You can't go out there
sloppy and demand tens of millions of dollars.
But guess what? When he got cut, he didn't get all that $10 million. Now, they took enough money from him to bring on 2 or 3 players to pay Pollard money.
Okay.
You know, to pay Pollard.
And what's
money.
Pollard as we,
And Pollard was the one that made the Cowboys look good last year.
He really did.
Yeah.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
He did more running than
Zeke. He was good.
Yeah. So when you look at sports, we got to get away from the money. We got to get away from the money. A lot of people want to stay on the money, but you got to have that talent to go along with it.
You got to have that talent.
That's right.
But that money is big.
That money is big. The sky is the limit. That money
is big.
And it's a good thing because there were some days of old football players, old basketball players didn't make that kind of money. But these new basketball players are really, really, making that money, and because of their score, what they did, they beat the record. I was looking at this TV show the other day, and it was a gambling show. It was called Fundo. Everybody's playing it now. It's a betting app. It's a betting app. So they give you $1,000 on the betting app that you can win the $1,000 back if you beat some of the numbers.
Amazing.
If your team is the first to score, then you win some of that money back. It's all a catch. So here we are playing with money. But what happens, Miss Hinton, when some of the cats get hurt? What happens when you hurt your leg? You look at Dak. Dak he was a franchise player. He's a franchise player. Zeke was a franchise player. Zeke had to get out there hurt. Dak had to get out there after he got his finger back, put back together, and then his ankle. We saw it on TV.
Absolutely.
After he got his foot put back together, he had to get back out there. And guess what? Later on down the road, King Arthur could jump him, because I can imagine when he later on, when he get a little older, and that ankle started acting up, that thumb started acting up, because King Arthur done jumped him, and he ain't gonna be able to walk and talk like he used. All he gonna be able to say is, "Ouch!" Is that worth the money?
I'm trying to tell you, Mr. E, sometimes these men end up busted up for a
long
time.
Is that worth all the money? So we got to look at sports. I used to follow behind the Dallas Cowboys like crazy.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell me nothing. I was ready to go. I had went into training. I had my exercise going on. All they had to do is
all your items, paraphernalia, all that stuff. You was ready to go.
all they had to do is call me and say, "Let's go, Everett. You get ready to get to the game." I was ready to go. But so, but then I was taking it hard, and I said,
Wow.
I need to go to Gamblers Anonymous. Attitude
Football
Anonymous. Yeah, attitude, because you couldn't talk about the Cowboys and get into a brawl like crazy. Now I learned that, hey, look, I'm not getting paid not one slug to keep promoting the Cowboys.
And letting your emotions
and let my emotion take over. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we have enjoyed sports talk. We're gonna continue to follow the teams and see where all of this goes. Like Mr. E said, eventually, hey, it's gonna come to a close. We're gonna be going to the next sports. But in the meantime, we're enjoying both the NBA and NCAA. And hey, I hope you all are too.
And that's what it's all about. Yes. Enjoying sports. See,
enjoy. There it is. Not stressing. Let the folks that are supposed to stress about it stress. But this is entertainment, and it's there for you all to really enjoy your teams and the game.
I mean, Miss Hinton, I really, really had to understand that sometimes that can be mental illness.
You said you're going a little bit too far when you stress it out and getting ulcers over a team.
And going hard. I mean, going hard.
Yes.
Everything in my man's cave. If I decided that I want to change my room around, I got to find stuff. I got to find a box or somewhere to put 2 or 3 boxes and 4 or 5 boxes to put that Dallas Cowboys stuff up.
Oh my goodness. So anyway, I hope you all have enjoyed Sports Talk today. This evening, please join us. We're just going to be going over how you can be a sponsor, how you can, be a part of our shows, our upcoming shows. And, we just want to do a roll call on this evening, Mr. E. We're not going to be on real long, but we want to do a roll call, see who's looking, listening, who's sharing, and, even we'll find out some of the things that you all would like to cover on our FYI After Dark show.
And don't forget that if you'd like to be a special guest, Ms. Hinton, we want to have you as a special guest in some of our topics. Or you can be in the background. You can be on with us. You can be on with us. And we would love to have you sitting in our audience and dialoguing with us on the topics that we're having.
Absolutely. So look, we will definitely look to see you there. 6 p.m. this evening. We'll be on for an hour and just giving you updates and things like that, and just asking you to be a part of what we are doing.
And don't forget, email us. Inbox is your email, so we can pull you in. That means that you can. What that means is, if you want to be a part of what we're doing here on FYI, all you have to do is inbox us at FYIRadioshow@gmail.com. And we'd be more than happy to have you as an audience on our show. But here's the kicker part, Ms. Hinton. You got to have a great internet service. You got to be able to work, because we don't want to have you on and you can't come on camera and all that stuff.
Yes, you have to have the lighting and things like that, but we would love to have you on. Don't forget, Young Women Achieving Success. We're still recruiting girls 10 to 17 years old. We would love to have you. It's growing. Thank you all so much for your support. Also, Bullying is Right Underneath Your Nose. The book is out. You can get it in hard copy. You can inbox me and let me know you're looking for that. Also, you can download and you can get it Audible. It's right up there online. The Royal Ladies Pie is going to have a launch real soon. Don't forget the Ladies Music. Don't forget to follow us on social media. We still need the numbers and we still need your support. Mr. E's going to tell you how you can be a special guest, intern, or sponsor with FYI Radio Show.
And don't forget that you can get Bullying Under Your Nose. It's in languages also. Spanish.
And English.
Buenos dias, ¿cómo está?
Yes, I'm doing quite well. How are you?
Sí. Arriba. Yeah, you can get it in Spanish and you can get it in English just as well. as an Audible also. Listen, if you'd like to be a special guest or sponsor, all you have to do is pick up the telephone and give us a call at 757-714-7861, or you can go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton's Facebook page, FYI Facebook page, or FYI Radio Show live at gmail.com. Let me get that to you again. That's FYI Radio Show, RADIO Show, SHOW, Radio Show live, LIVE, at gmail.com.
Absolutely. And look, don't forget, we would love you all to be a part of what we're doing. Don't forget to join us tonight. And something else that I want. Oh, don't forget Wednesday. Don't forget Wednesday. We'll have the Honorable Senator Lionel Spruill with us. What's under the hat? Issues concerning men. We look to see you there. You all are a blessing. Thank you so much for your support.
That's right. Don't forget that we do also host events.
Goodness, yes.
If you need someone to host your event, all you have to do is pick up the telephone number or inbox and say, listen, I need somebody to host or to MC our event. For those who may not know the term of hosting, but if you know about MCing your event, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and Ed Everett is available. All you have to do is inbox us. Call us at 757-714-7861 or inbox at FYI Radio Show live at gmail.com or FYI Radio Show, Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton's Facebook page, and let us know that you would love for us to host your event.
God bless you all. We'll see you this evening. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
For the past 30 minutes, 40 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show. Have a wonderful Monday. 2 up, 2 down, VA. Bye now.